Ever wonder how restaurants keep chicken breasts this juicy and this tender? Today I'm showing you the trick, and we're making a creamy, rich chicken masala with no heavy cream at all. This is my easy chicken masala recipe from scratch. No fancy ingredients, no culinary degree needed. You'll just need chicken breasts, mushrooms, masala wine, I'm using a little bit of onion, and you'd need some heavy cream if you want to use that. I'll mention possible replacements and additions as we go along, and I'll use one ingredient that lets you skip the heavy cream entirely. As usual, you'll find the recipe in the description. Let's start with the chicken, and here's the first restaurant secret. Keeping chicken breast moist is not a matter of luck. It's about even thickness and careful cooking. If you don't have the dexterity to bend your fingers up, use a small cutting board or, as I'm doing, a bench scraper. That will keep your hands safe, and then use a long knife, long enough to cut the chicken. Cut it in the middle to about ½ an inch at the end. But there's one thing a restaurant usually doesn't miss. They brine their chicken breast. It's a simple brine with 1/4 cup of salt to 2 quarts of water. Stir to dissolve. Once dissolved, you put in your chicken breast, cover it, and put it in the fridge for at least ½ an hour. Ideally, it's a few hours or even overnight. In the meantime, let's take care of the remaining prep. That's just dicing your onion and slicing your mushrooms. Of course, you can use canned mushrooms or you can buy pre-sliced. After brining, pull your chicken out and pat it dry with a couple of paper towels. Caution, don't splatter around. This is still raw chicken, so you don't want to contaminate your kitchen. Last step before we cook the chicken is to dust it with flour. That gives it a little bit of a crust and it thickens the sauce later on. Heat some clarified butter over medium heat, and if you want to know how to make the clarified butter yourself, let me know down in the comments. Carefully insert your chicken. Sear each side of the chicken for 3 to 4 minutes or until golden outside and juicy inside. If your chicken isn't exactly the same thickness, just extract the thinner pieces first. There we go. Let this sit aside. And now for the fun part, the marsala sauce. But first, let's roast the mushrooms to get some extra flavor. Use a pinch of salt to support the sweating process. You want to extract some moisture out of those mushrooms. Once your mushrooms start to get some color, add your onions and let those develop some flavor and color too. Before we deglaze the pan, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Time to deglaze the pan with some marsala. If you don't have any at home, you can use sherry or Madeira instead. You could even use port wine, although that would make the sauce very, very dark. See? All the bits and pieces are coming off the bottom. The pan's pretty much clean. Normally you would add heavy cream now and fill up with a little bit of chicken or vegetable broth. If you don't have heavy cream at home, you can use cream cheese or sour cream. Both would give it a little bit of a tangy note, but both would work to thicken the sauce and make it nice and silky. I'm just going to add a little bit of vegetable broth. In order for me to thicken this and make it a nice and silky sauce, I'm adding starch. Do this in small increments and stir in between until you have the desired consistency. It should be a little bit on the liquid side because you want to reduce it down a little more. I think this is already good. Time to return the chicken. This wasn't fully cooked yet, so let this simmer for another 2 or 3 minutes until the chicken is fully cooked. Time for a little taste test. The vegetable broth brought just enough salt, so I don't even need to season this anymore. This is perfect already. Final touch is to add a little bit of parsley. Let's serve it up. You can pair this with mashed potatoes, pasta, or just a warm piece of bread to mop up the sauce. I've cubed the potato earlier and tossed that with a little bit of oil and salt and roasted that in my oven at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. So now I'm having nice roast potatoes, crunchy on the outside, mushy on the inside to go with this. Add your chicken. Spoon over some of those mushrooms with the sauce. And if you're ready for the next recipe, don't stop here. Click the playlist on the screen right now to watch more affordable dinner recipes.